everybody, it's Fish back here again with another X-Plane 11 video. Today we are going to be flying on request from Rome to Sardinia. Alrighty, we are at the gate in Rome. I've already started up the APU. I've already put in the flight plan, as you can see here. It's going to be a pretty short flight, about an hour. Alrighty, I think we're just about ready to start. So we're going to go ahead and push back. I have a better pushback mod installed. So we're just going to use this. By the way, we are in a different time zone.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
This was filmed during the day, but in Rome it is currently night. So that is what is simulated here. I'm going to request the pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Alright, we already have the ILS frequency right in here, so we're going to be able to land. Everything is looking pretty well. Fasten seatbelt sign is on. There's the pushback tow right over there. Yep, everything's looking pretty good. Yep. So we're going to be going this route right here. I used SimBrief to make the flight plan. That's the easiest thing I would recommend. I've done a video on that, how to make a flight plan and put it input into the MMC. So that is a video that is also in this playlist. They're about to latch on.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Alright. We're going to close the cabin door. They're going to connect once I disengage the parking brake. And what I like to do is start the en route time so you know how long you've been since pushback. Once they start pushing back, we'll start the engines. Alrighty, just waiting for them to get everything hooked up. Doing last minute checks. Everything is looking good. They are hooking us up. Yeah, everything's looking good. I did put the lights on in the cockpit.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright. So because it is night. Alrighty. We're gonna start the engines. To start the engines, we have to turn the packs off. The packs prevent depressurization above 10,000 feet, and then we have to be off to start the engines. And we see we have the engine starting up, and then once this number gets to 1.2, we're going to open the fuel valves right here, push up. We're just going away from the gate right now. When you're in a new airport, it's hard to navigate. Go ahead and start the next engine. Sorry, there's a little motion blur when I turn the camera. It doesn't appear in the game, but when it records it, it drops a little bit. Alrighty, it's just about starting up. Turn that en route time on. And everything's looking pretty good. So we're going to go right here. See, we are taxiing away from the gate right now. Alrighty. Now we're going to turn the packs back on, turn the APU bleed off once we transfer onto engine power. Switch over right there. Turn the APU off.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, while they are doing that, I am going to take a look at the airport. Alright, so we pushed back right about there, so we need to turn left and then take that right there. Alright, we're just going to take a straight left and head out. Disconnecting hand signals on the right. Right here we need to take that taxiway. Yeah, there is a glitch where the trucks sometimes do come and mess some stuff up. I am going to turn the aviation flashlight on so we can see what we're doing sometimes. Because when it gets really dark, it can be pretty annoying.
Nose disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you very much. He's going to drive away. There you go, right there. I'll wait for him to get his hand signals on the right. He's going to get out of the tow. Show us the bypass pin right there. Bypass pin right here. There he is. Alrighty. Just ignore these cars, basically. They are kind of, they're a little glitchy. Take parking brake off. Gonna start the taxi over here. Go directly left. Also, if you're having trouble taxiing, make sure that if you go to customize and configure hardware, make sure nose wheel access is on yaw. If not, it'll be very hard to taxi. Slowly making the turn. We're also gonna put the cabin lighting and takeoff and landing in still bright. And once we get in the air, we're gonna put it on night and sleep for their 1 hour flight. We're going to turn right. We are runway 34 right. That is right over there. Past those supply houses. We are doing flaps 5 before takeoff. So that is where we're going to be. I'm going to turn this panel up as well so we're going to be able to see it better. Turning directly right. Oh, that's a 747 right there. They are either turning off or onto the runway. It's hard to tell. By the way, just to give you an outside view of the cockpit, we are a Ryanair flight. So that is the most accurate airline for this trip, basically. Alrighty, now we're gonna get going on the taxiway. And turn the taxi lights on so we're able to see a little better. Just gonna turn the landing lights on. That's pretty much standard procedure for right now. Get on this taxiway right here. There's 747 good. We can get on this taxiway and turn right onto taxiway Delta. Just turn the throttle a little back there. Go directly back right here. Stay on this taxiway. Yeah, you would definitely not be able to make a sharp turn if you're not on the nose wheel access to y'all. Alright, we're going to go ahead and taxi down to the runway. This is going to be a full flight, not really a tutorial, just a full flight. If you need any help with anything, put it in the comments, and I'll try to make a video on it. And if you have any more requests for flights, please do leave that in the comments as well. There are 2 parallel runways coming up. We're looking for 3-4 right, not 3-4 left. Airports are pretty beautiful at the night. We're going to go all the way to the end of this taxiway, and we're going to take a left onto the runway. I think, is that 3-4 left? Yeah, pretty much. That's the runway we're going to be taking right over there. Taxi down even more. Once we get closer to the runway, I'm going to reduce the speed. Takeoff, speed to rotate is going to be 141 miles per hour. Now we can roll back the speed just a little bit. Here. We are about to enter the runway. Is going to begin just about right here. See 3-4 right here. We're going to put the parking brake on, and we're going to engine speed to 0. Alrighty, takeoff flaps are going to be 5 degrees. Bring those up to 5. Should be 5. No, that is 2. Can't do it from that side because it won't go. There we go. That's 5. Alrighty. Doing final checks. Everything appears to be good. We're going to release parking brake. Rudder's good. We're going to go N1. That's going to power up the throttle to 141 miles per hour. And we're going to begin takeoff. Taking off from Leonardo da Vinci International Airport, heading to Sardinia.
50 knots.
Here. I am using a Logitech side stick for this flight. Go check them out. It's a really good stick. 141, we're going to rotate. I'm going to go 15 degrees.
That's great.
Once we hit 1,000 feet, we're going to activate the autopilot.
400.
Sunset is really looking nice today. We're going to maintain this 15 degrees right here as best we can. Also, once I hit autopilot, we're going to get the flaps. We're at 1,000. VNAV, LNAV, and command. Bring the gear up. Full laps back to normal. And we're going to start to head on our way to Sardinia. It's not a very long flight at all. We're going to go to night and sleep, white and medium, go home. Looks like everything is in order. Once we get to our cruising altitude, I will let you guys know, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, everybody, we are back in the cockpit now. We've reached 29,000 feet, which is our cruising altitude, as you can see right here. We've been going for 21 minutes, and on the map, you can see we just left Rome and are about halfway there. Alrighty, so now what we're going to do is, when you reach cruising altitude, so you can descend, turn this altitude knob to 0. And that's not going to mess with your altitude unless you hit the level change button. Alrighty? So basically, that's all you have to do at the moment. You can start prepping. I put the ILS frequency in way before we took off, so you don't have to do that. Flaps, I mean, not much you can do right now. I would recommend only doing things when you're I don't know, maybe 10 nautical miles away, and then you can start adjusting flaps and getting ready and adjusting the throttle for landing. Alrighty guys, when we're close to the runway, I will come back and we're going to be right back. Alrighty guys, we are back in the cockpit. As you can see right over here, we are almost to the runway. We are at 7,000 feet and we are still descending. As you can see on the map, we are right here. This is Caligari, Sardinia. We've came here from Rome right over here. We have been on this flight 45 minutes since pushback about. Let's take a look at the outside view. I believe this is the runway that we're going to be landing on. Right down here, this is Caligari Airport. We're going to line up in just a minute. Lion Air Flight 7719. We're going to line up, turn around, and then be on a good approach. We're descending to 6,000 feet. Oh, we already passed that waypoint. Now we're going down to 3,000 feet. We crossed into Caligari a little bit ago. Alrighty, everything's looking good. We are on track for the ILS frequency. Gonna turn around at this top of descent about. Alrighty, we are about to land. It became fully night, as you can see over here, by the time we arrived. And everything's just looking really nice. You're going to go ahead and switch landing lights are on, turn the taxi lights on as well. Doing final checks. I'm going to give the passengers the prepare landing warning. We're telling that to them in a minute. Also going to switch over to the cabin lighting. We're going to go take off from the landing and white right. Still descending. We are at 4,300 feet right now. Man, this is really beautiful in Caligari. You can see all the lights of the city around us. Alrighty, we're getting ready for the approach. I've done approaches like this for a while, so it should go for the most part well, I hope. We always hope. Do not have face cam because it would block the flight view right over here. We wouldn't be able to see out the window. Throttle's looking good. The reason the throttle's back like this is because when we're descending, we do not need as much. We don't need as much speed to the throttle because we're angled down and we're gaining speed through that. Alrighty, we're about to make a complete U-turn up at this waypoint right here. Come around, get on the line, and keep descending. You see we got, by this, we're going to be at flight level 270. And then I'll take over about a nautical, 3 nautical miles away from the airport. Let's see. We go back to the map right here. Yeah, we are over the coast just a little bit, and then we're going to come back, and the runway is going to be right here. So you're going to see we are literally right directly on the path of the runway, and we're going to make a U-turn and land right there. I'm going to keep the view right here. This flight was a request. If you have any more requests, please put it in the comments below. Like the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you like the content. And yeah, we're making that U-turn just as we hit 3,000 feet. As you can see, the stick is turning, and you can also see we are turning on the gyro. It's very hard to see out of the windows right now. You can see the night sky. final top checks. Everything's looking good. Fasten seatbelt sign is on. APU is off. We are currently on engine generators. Yeah. The ILS frequency is 109.50. You can see we are definitely making that turn right here. We are maintaining about 3,000 feet right here. See the lights of Caligari again. I'll give us an outside view for the moment. See the runway right just over here in the stretch. Yeah. Making a turn onto the runway. This is a Ryanair flight. This flight was going to be about maybe a little less than an hour, so not too bad, not that bad. I'm going to go ahead and put the gear down right now. Gear should be coming down. Also going to put us on flaps 10 for the moment, so I can get easy access to the flaps and pull that back to flaps 40. Once we are completely lined up, I'll take control. I'll disengage the autopilot right here. We have visual. I do not see any VASI and poppy lights, which is, you know, not what I'm used to, but some airports do not have those systems in place, like this airport. It's a smaller airport, definitely. And yeah, you gotta go with what you're given. Once we're on track with the runway, we're gonna definitely see the runway right now. ILS should switch over in just one sec. Confirming ILS 109.50. Yep, we are on ILS right now. $2,500 feet. I'm going to keep us on ILS for a little bit. Oh, we do have the VASI and poppy lights. Oh, we have dual VASI and poppy lights. Wow. Very interesting. Alright, we're 2 red, 2 white right now. Coming in for a landing. Going to keep us on ILS for as long as possible. We have 52 minutes on the timer right here. We are 5.6 nautical miles, and at 3 nautical miles I'm going to switch off. Nautical miles to go till ILS is switched off. Switch off in just one sec. We're going to have flaps full. I'm going to take control of this stick in just one sec. Our autopilot is off. Thank you very much.
$1,000
feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Think rate. Think rate.
Auto engines are definitely going to help us out right here. VASI and poppy lights not in our favor. It's kind of hard to
500.
come into an approach like this. I know the VASI and poppy lights are a little are all 4 red. Not the greatest approach in the world. Trying to stabilize.
300. $200.
Maybe see the dashboard.
100.
Actually on track to have a pretty nice landing right here.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
We have touchdown. The throttle kind of jinxed us there. Autopilot did not fully disengage. Alrighty.
knots.
Alrighty, we have touchdown. Like I said earlier, please remember to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you like what you see here. And thanks for watching, and welcome to Caligari, Sardinia. Alright guys, bye.
The devil's in the deep.